Good morning. Here we are going to evaluate this integral along the real axis to 2 and then vertically to 2 plus iota. Real axis to 2 means from the origin to, if 2 is your complex number, then this will be 2 0 point, right? And then along the line to y equal to x, the second part. Here we go first horizontally from origin to the point 2 and then vertically to the point 2 plus iota, like this and then this. So let's start with the solution. In the first part, we are going to evaluate this integral along the real axis to 2 and then vertically to the point 2 plus iota. How to plot 2 plus iota? The real part is 2, imaginary part is 1. So this is the point 2, 1. So if this is 1 and this point will be this. So we have to first move horizontally from origin to this point and then we have to evaluate the integral vertically from this point to 2, 1. So let me mark this point to be the point A and this point to the point P. So first evaluating the integral along OA. Now along OA, y is 0, right? It is your real axis, y is 0. So what could be the integral? So the integral along OA will become, z bar can be written as x minus iota y, because what is z? Z is x plus iota y. So z bar, its conjugate will be x minus iota y and dz becomes dx plus iota dy. Now along the real axis y is 0. So here dy also becomes 0. So this is x square and this is dx. Because everything is in x, so we have to write the limits for x. What are the limits for x? This origin can be written as 0, 0. Limits of x are the real part, starting point 0 and reaching point A 2. So the limits of x is from 0 to 2. For the limits of x, we write the real part. Solving further, integration of x square will be x cube divided by 3 from 0 to 2. When putting the upper limit, we get 8 divided by 3 minus, when putting the lower limit, we get 0. So the answer is 8 divided by 3 along OA. And now we are going to evaluate the integral along AP. Along AP, y is not 0. Y is changing, but we are having the constant value of x to be 2, right? X is having the constant value, that is 2, because everywhere on this line x is equal to 2. So here we are having the constant value of x to be 2. So along AP, again I am going to write z bar, that is the conjugate of z, to be x minus iota y, and dz will be dx plus iota dy, right? What is the value of x? I am going to put x equal to 2 over here and then dx will be 0 because derivative of a constant value is 0. So this is equal to, okay, putting here 2 minus iota y whole square, and dx is 0, so it is iota dy. Now because everything is in y, we have to put the limits of y, that is the imaginary part. So limits of y is from 0 to 1 for the complex numbers. Very fine. Okay, let's take this iota outside of this integral and let's open this bracket. So limits of y is from 0 to 1. Let's integrate this. This is 4y minus y cube divided by 3 minus 4 iota y square divided by 2. This 2 is cancelled out with this and we write here 2 iota y square with the limits from 0 to 1. When putting the upper limit, we are getting 4 minus 1 divided by 3 minus 2 iota. And when putting the lower limit, we get 0. So this is 12 minus 1, 11 divided by 3 minus 2 iota. Multiplying iota inside, we get, this will be 2 plus 11 iota by 3. Right? So this is the value along AP. And now we have to add both these values to get the complete path, first horizontally from 0 to A and then from A to P vertically, right? So let's add these two values of these integral for the path OAP. So hence for the complete path from 0 to 2 plus iota point, the value of this integral will be equal to sum of those two integrals for the path OA and the value for the path AP. For the first integral, we get the value to be 8 divided by 3, and for the second integral, we have got the value 2 plus 11 iota by 3. So that is equal to 14 divided by 3 plus iota 11 divided by 3 to be the required answer for the first part. And now moving on to the second part. For that, we have to evaluate the integral along the line 2y equal to x. 0 to 1 plus iota along 2y equal to x. We have to first plot the line 2y equal to x. How to plot this line? Just make a column for x and y. Because I take the value of x to be 2y, so give any values to y. Suppose I give the values of y any values, let it be -1, 0 and 1. Suppose I am giving these values to y. For y equal to -1, I get x equal to -2. For y equal to 0, I get x to be 0. For y equal to 1, we get x to be equal to 2. You can give any values to y and get the value of x. And now plotting these points. So roughly we are getting the straight line like this. This is your line x equal to 2y. We have to integrate along this line. That is from origin to the point, let's say this be P. And this P point is 2, 1. Origin can be written as 0, 0. Very fine? Okay. So this is writing the conjugate x minus iota y whole square dz is written as dx plus iota dy. Along the line OP, we are having x equal to 2y. So I am going to put x equal to 2y in this step. So this is 2y minus iota y. And what is dx? It becomes 2 dy. So in place of dx, we write 2 dy plus iota dy. Is it okay? Fine? Alright. Now because everything is in y, we have to put the limits of y. So for y, we are going to start from 0 to 1. So limits from 0 to 1. Let's open this bracket. It is 4y square plus iota square y square minus 4 iota y square. When we take dy common, we are getting 2 plus iota dy from 0 to 1 integration. Okay, let me take this 2 plus iota outside of this integral. So this is 2 plus iota, and inside we have 4y square minus 4 iota y square. Dy limits from 0 to 1. 2 plus iota 4y square minus y square is 3y square minus 4 iota y square. If I take y square common, I get 3 minus 4 iota y square. Limits from 0 to 1. Taking this outside of this integral, we will multiply this later on. Integrating y square, we get y cube divided by 3 with limits from 0 to 1. Let me multiply these two brackets. This is 6 minus 8 iota plus 3 iota plus 4, right? Putting the upper limit, we get 1 divided by 3 minus, putting the lower limit, it is 0. 6 plus 4 is 10. Minus 8 plus 3 is minus 5 iota, and this is 1 divided by 3. So we are getting this to be 10 divided by 3 minus iota 5 divided by 3 to be the required answer for the second part. Right? So this is how we evaluate the integrals along the different paths. Okay, thank you.